What up, YouTube? It's me, it's your favourite Steve. As I said, I was going to try and do these weekly, my top and bottom five of WWE for the week. Um, yeah, just giving this a go, experimenting a bit. I do want to add wrestling to my vlog, seeing as um, it's kind of my mastermind subject or the thing I geek out the most about. So yeah, it's been an alright week. I thought it would be a more entertaining week in WWE with the draft or WWE superstar shake up as they're calling it, or whatever the phrase Vince has gone with. But yeah, it wasn't like the best. I suppose it's your typical second week coming out of WrestleMania. It's not going to be the most amazing. But here is my bottom five of the week. Right, number five. No Universal Champion on Raw. Wasn't even brought up or wasn't even referenced. It seems very... I get it, they might want to keep the title on Brock. I think the rumour is that they want to keep the title on Brock until WrestleMania next year so he can face Roman. I just find it very strange not having a main champion on the main brand. Well, to be fair, I don't think it's the main brand anymore, but it's meant to be the flagship. It's 3 hours long, and there's no world champion on there. So it's also the people that have got drafted from, I'm going to say draft, not superstar shake-up, people that have got drafted from SmackDown to Raw. It's kind of, you've got to be disappointed. Well, I'm not going to be world champion anytime in the next year. So yeah, no Universal Champion. I just think it's, I don't know. I know they used to do it back in the day, and I suppose you've got the Intercontinental title now on Raw, but I still can't get my head around it. Right, number four. The Raw Superstar Shake-Up. So the superstars that came to Raw. Raw, for me, got the crappy end of the Superstar Shake-Up, in my opinion. They lost good people, which I'll go into in my top five, and they gained, in my opinion, not the best. Probably the top one was Alexa Bliss. Other than that, it's me personally, I'm not massive fans of Dean Ambrose or Bray Wyatt. I think The Miz coming to Raw is a massive thing against him, because I think he could have become WWE Champion on SmackDown. And as I've said, no Universal Champion on Raw, so you've gone to Raw. It's kind of crap. So yeah, the superstars that went to Raw weren't massive. You know, the Randy Ortons, the AJ Styles, who else? The big names on SmackDown. I can't think off the top of my head, but AJ Styles, he's the main SmackDown guy. He's still on SmackDown. He's not on Raw. Raw have gained The Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt. It's not exactly huge. So yeah, that was my number four. Number three. Now this is for. This is once again part of the Superstar Shake-Up that I just don't understand. The pointless drafts. The whole concept was it was meant to be a week of Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan kind of negotiating between the two of them, trying to make deals on which superstar they want, which superstars they don't want. Like on Raw, I can't think of them all off the top of my head. But on a storyline point of view, Kurt Angle was supposedly interested in Apollo Crews, Heath Slater and Rhino, and Callisto. Why? Why were you interested in those people? They just don't seem to be. Don't be on the top of my list of people that I've been wanting to get in. So, and then on SmackDown, again they had the same thing. Tamina, who I didn't even know was part of Raw. SmackDown got Tamina. Really, like, you'd negotiate Tamina, who's not been on Raw for a long time. Who's not been on WWE for a long time. I think SmackDown got Sin Cara. Just blows my mind. Right, so number 2. 205 Live storylines. Now, because I've started doing this top 5, bottom 5, I haven't watched all of WWE programming. Like, even when I watch Raw and SmackDown, I'll fast forward through the boring bits and then get to the bits that I want to watch. But it was the first time in a long time that I watched all of WWE TV this week. And 205 Live, I feel really sorry for. I feel like they need kind of what NXT have got, where they're kind of left to their own devices. Yeah, they've got storylines, but it's not corny and cartoonish. I think the problem that you've got is they're under the microscope of the main roster. So I think 205 Live is filmed after SmackDown. That was also a massive problem in the show. If you watch as the show starts, and I know they're changing the ring ropes, changing all the graphics and stuff like that as it goes live, but everyone's going for a piss at the start of the show. You can see everyone kind of leaving. So it's also like you've got Jack Gallagher who's got an umbrella, something going on with Alicia Fox with exploding makeup boxes. I don't think there was one match that ended. There's probably one. If you're going to go by the 205 Live matches that were on Raw and actually 205 Live, the show, I don't think one of the matches ended in a normal 1, 2, 3 or in a competitive match. It was all some kind of interference or anything like that. And a positive, I enjoyed the Jack Gallagher TJ Perkins match, which main evented 205 Live, but other than that, it just gets taken over by silly storylines and silly props, and I was really disappointed by it. But the biggest stinker of the week, number 1, the attack by Braun Strowman on Roman Reigns. Now, I can't imagine the amount of money and time and production that must have gone into this, but for me, it just went a bit OTT. The first attack, I thought, yeah, okay, cool. He pushed one of those heavy boxes into his head. It's like, yeah, that'd probably kill a man. Then he left and he came back and he attacked Roman again as Roman was being put on a stretcher. I think it was 3 separate times. As Roman was being put on a stretcher, he attacked him again. It was the worst bit of camera trickery you've ever seen in your life. You could tell that the thing that was on the stretcher was a dummy. And he pushed this stretcher, and obviously they're not going to push Roman off a stretcher off the side of off a loading bay, but they pushed Roman off a loading bay on a supposedly Roman off a loading bay, off a stretcher, head first. He hit a concrete bollard on the way down, and then lands flat on the floor. The camera cuts, follows Braun, comes back, and Roman's tied to the stretcher on the floor, selling it. But so that was 2 accounts of attempted murder. And then the third one was when Roman was getting loaded into an ambulance. Again, just unbelievable. Braun lifted an ambulance on his own, just lifted an ambulance with a person in it and tipped the ambulance over. I understand you're trying to get him over. I understand you're trying to get rid of Roman for a while maybe. But good God, was that ridiculous. The first one with the heavy case against the head would have been enough. You didn't have to try to murder him. I just thought it was horrible. It was nearly as bad as when Hulk Hogan ran through the Rock with an ambulance back in, God, when was that, 2002? Just over the top. No need for it. For me, if Roman isn't now off TV for the next 6 months, it's absolutely pointless. Just awful. Right, on a more positive note, my top 5 of the week. Right, number 5, part of the Raw Superstar shake-up, Alexa Bliss. For me, she got the biggest pop. If you're not sure what the reference of pop is, well, the biggest cheer of the night when she got brought to Raw, which I thought was quality. She's one of the top ladies, or was one of the top ladies on SmackDown, if not the top lady on SmackDown, and now she is on Raw and has got a chance to have some great matches with Bayley, Nia Jax, even Mickie James, who's come with her. But I just thought it was a really good thing that, I'm not trying to be all pro women and all that, but the fact that she got the biggest pop out of all of the superstars that came over to Raw, I thought was pretty cool. Number 4, it was a match on SmackDown, the Usos versus American Alpha. I don't know, it might have been a 5-10 minute match, but I really enjoyed it. It was probably one of the best tag team matches I've seen on the main WWE programming, not NXT takeovers and stuff like that. I thought it was a really good match, and yeah, I enjoyed SmackDown as a whole, to be honest. I enjoyed the whole show, but I thought that match was pretty good. So if you want to catch up on anything this week on match-wise, I recommend Usos versus American Alpha. And number 3 was the Charlotte versus Nia Jax, which was on Raw. This match was really hard hitting. So yeah, I'd recommend. There's 3 matches that are in my top 5. I said I'd recommend Usos and American Alpha for the week, but there is 3 matches. This one just for hard hitting and just the way Charlotte made Nia Jax look look really good. There was a few botches in the match where I was like, oh my God, and there was a shoulder breaker that Nia went for. I think I've got a photo on this where she dropped Charlotte on her head. There was another one where Charlotte did a moonsault from the top rope to the outside of the ring, and I don't know what happened, but she hit Nia with her legs and then just kind of the front of her body just smashed the floor. It was just a really good hard hitting women's match. Really enjoyed it. Number 2, another match which was on SmackDown, AJ versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. I really like Baron Corbin. I kind of relate to him. This lone wolf kind of persona that he's got doesn't really. I'm trying to get to that point where I couldn't give a crap about me and mine, but liking that character. But the match was really good. AJ and Sami kind of sold for Corbin most of the match, and then the end stretch was pretty good as well. Just enjoyed it. Compared to the main event, which was on Raw, I just thought it was a really good match. And then number 1 for my top 5 of the week was the SmackDown Superstar shake-up. Now, Raw was in my bottom 5, but SmackDown for me won won the Superstar Shake-Up. Like they already had for me the best superstars on SmackDown and also the best potential superstars. But for me, they just run away with it. They got Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Rusev, The New Day. The main one for me, which they got, which was Charlotte from Raw. Yeah, for me, I know you probably look at Raw and maybe WWE would look at Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose as being, and The Miz as being really big pickups for Raw. Not for me personally. I thought SmackDown just got the best wrestlers for their show. I just thought this is just going to make SmackDown a hell of a lot better wrestling wise with the people they've got going over to them. Even with the not the main wrestlers, like they got Jinder Mahal, which I like, which I wish they'd stop getting that Mojo Rawley's friend tipping beer over him. It's starting to annoy me. I just thought they got the best wrestlers over onto SmackDown, and I think it's just going to make SmackDown better. So yeah, that was my top 5 and bottom 5 for the week. Comment below if you disagree or agree, or I don't know, if you enjoyed this video. Please comment below. I'm gonna hopefully make these better. These are more of a test in the water kind of thing. But I do want to bring like wrestling into my vlog, so these are just test runs at the minute. Hopefully they'll get better. But yeah, please like, dislike if you don't like the video. Subscribe if you don't know who I am and you've only come across this because you've searched, I don't know, top WWE or something. I do daily vlogs, mixture of eBay reselling, my daily life, me just chatting balls, just my general crap. So yeah, please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and all feedback is wanted and needed. So I'll catch you tomorrow with my normal daily vlog, but for now, see you later. Peace out, stay safe, stay beautiful. Mwah.